Hello everybody, G.reviewz here. Please do excuse my hair, I literally just got out of the shower, dried and dressed to get ready to do this video. So my hair will look a mess for the remainder of this video. So, a lot of things have been happening, and a certain thing has been delayed for a while, but I actually have it now in my hands. And what I am talking about is, of course, my superplastic song machine murdoc statue. And looking at the box straight away, I really like it. It's a bit more calm, you know. You've got your dark greens at the well, on my phone it's making it look pale, but you've got your dark greens at the front, you've got your paler greens at the side with a nice superplastic logo and the two lightning bolts. We've got a nice image of Murdoc from the front with Murdoc's signature. Down in the corner, nice image of Murdoc from the back. Again on the other side, pale green superplastic logo with the two lightning bolts. And then on the top we have the song machine logo with all the icons of the characters, and again superplastic written underneath. And then on the bottom we have gorillaz superplastic, and then the awesome little janky barcode as well, and just some legal guff, which is cool. Try and open this without wrecking it. And on the inside, when we open the flap, we have a nice two-tab thing of the gorillaz logo, which is really cool. And then opening it up, you'll get your usual clamshell case where your statue or vinyl figurine will be. Now, in terms of difference to the box, it's obviously vastly different to the Trans 2D box, whereas it's not as in your face as the Trans 2D box, which is a lot better. I like the more sort of pop arty, sort of simple box, as opposed to the sort of in your face box with the, as people have noted many times, with the awful JPEG. It's not rattling around in this box and it's annoying me. What is in here? What are you? Oh, it's me 10% off thing in it. So yeah, as many people have noted, the horrible JPEG of 2D on the front with the light coming down and the trippy gorillaz thing. The one thing about the difference about this box as well, as opposed to this box, is this box with the sort of cardboardy back to it, I thought the top would sort of lift off, but no, it's obviously got a lid at the top. This one didn't confuse me near as much because I can clearly tell that it's a top lid opening box. And you know, I wasn't as confused when I took it out. So here we have the amazing mind behind the band gorillaz, and he looks absolutely amazing. On my phone he's looking a lot darker green than he is in my hand, and I must say that he is a very, very bright green in my hands. And the one thing I'm not going to be able to show you on my phone's camera is that they've actually like sculpted round his cheekbones and stuff. He's got a lot of definition on his face for the sculpt, whereas 2D kind of doesn't. But then he's not got the narrow sort of face that Murdoc has. But there you go, you can just kind of see with the light catching it just there that they've sculpted around his cheekbones. It's got a bit of definition to his face, which is really cool. I really like that. And then obviously they've sculpted his Adam's apple and the muscles around his neck, the crease and wrinkling around his shirt or jumper. You know, they've obviously moulded his elongated nails, the cigarette, the trousers are done really nice, and the boots are very glossy. I really like that. But the one thing I've found when trying to stand this dude up is that he's very awkward to stand. I've only just about got him to stand normally, and it's not, the guitar's not the problem, it's the shape of the shoes that are the problem, because I don't know if I'll be able to do this because my hands are quite shaky. You know, when you first set them down, you can kind of try and topple, but with enough care and patience, he will stand on his own. So don't worry. I think I've seen in other people's reviews that they have quite a bit of trouble standing him up, but I mainly think that's just the way they've sculpted his legs and the way they've obviously sculpted his shoes, because the heel is flat, but the front part of the shoe, obviously, it kicks up a lot, a little bit like a Doc Martin. But yeah, the hair sculpt is amazing. The eye sculpt is amazing. They've obviously brought his hair over his eyes, and then you've got the sort of the purple bags under his eyes as well. The nose is sculpted amazingly. You can really tell that it's his nose. And the ears are sculpted amazing with all the ear canals and stuff. I like the addition of the spiky bit atop his hair. Although I must admit, the spikes on Murdoc's hair looks a little out of place to the ones on 2D's. Because obviously 2D is drawn to have more spiky hair than what Murdoc has. But with the limitations of what they could work with in like 3D vinyl and how they could mould his hair and such, it's not that bad, so it's not too much of a complaint. It's really cool. The cigarette is a little bit bare. I would like to try and maybe put some paint apps on the cigarette, because I think it's supposed to be like a pre-rolled, and I don't smoke. I've got many friends who smoke. And the difference you can tell from pre-rolled fags to fags you roll yourself is that pre-rolled fags have a little orange sort of bud on the bottom of the white sheet, because that's where the filter goes. Pre-rolled fags are just completely white, and I do believe in the promotional images, oh no, prove me wrong, in promotional images and stuff it is solid white, but the front, yeah, the front is supposed to have like a little grey accent on the front of the fag, or cigarette, sorry. I keep saying fag because it's the slang word for cigarette in the UK, so sorry if I've offended other people. I know words have different meanings in different countries and such. But yeah, it's really cool. I like that you can also just about see the back of his jean pockets and then the sides of his front as well, which is really cool. So yeah, this guy has a lot of impressive sculpting, and obviously he's made and moulded from like different coloured vinyls and stuff, and is very smooth and things. You know, I'd always kind of thought that they'd give him a bit of a gloss to his hair, because, you know, with Murdoc being Murdoc, I always thought that he'd have greasy hair, which is what he's been explained to have plenty of times in interviews and such. But yeah, the guitar as well is really cool. I like the red circle, the little 190 above it. You can see the Rejects logo there. That policewoman on one of the G.reviewz shirts is there as well. The Z, and then we've got the hands coming out of the ground, and then sexy woman just there. And then this bit here. I'm not a guitar expert, so I don't know what to call any of these. We've got the dials at the bottom. We've got, well, not like actual strings, but if you pluck them, you can actually like play them, which I think is absolutely awesome. On the back of the guitar, It's nothing special, just bland. But then again, when you're playing a guitar or you're displaying a guitar, you're not really going to display it from the front, you're going to display it. You're not really going to display it from the back, you're going to display it from the front because that's where it's got all the details and the working bits to show you. None of the dials move, of course, they're all static. But yeah, he's really, really cool. I really, really like it. It's a beautiful bit of craftsmanship that goes into this. It's really cool. So in terms of height, putting him next to 2D, Murdoc is a little bit taller, I think. Yeah, I think he's a little bit taller. But being able to have these two as a pair is really cool. All I need now is Russell and Noodle. And then my favourite band would be favourite band collection would be complete in vinyl form. Well, vinyl statue form. They're still going to be revealing and selling vinyl records and such, so that will never be complete. But yeah, would I recommend you pick this guy up? Yeah, I would. I mean, if you're living in the UK, due to COVID and such, and quite frankly, UPS's shit fucking delivery service, it will be a bit of a pain for you to obviously get this final statue, but the patience will be worth it. I went through a lot of problems with this statue. I do not blame Superplastic. I blame DHL, not DHL3 and UPS. DHL is another company I have problems with. But yeah, I blame UPS. But if you are having problems, and UPS won't respond to you if you're ordering this from the UK, politely email Superplastic and just basically tell them what's been going off and they will work it out. And they are so kind, so amazing. I cannot recommend their customer service enough. It is really, really cool. So yeah, this video has been a long time coming. I know probably a couple of you or a few of you have been really excited, and I've been excited as well, but I've also been excited for another reason, because, and I can't remember which video it was, but in a video I said that this Murdoc statue would turn up when I hit 100 subscribers. I hit 100 subscribers, and guess who turned up? Like, considering it was sent to the wrong address, but the people at that address, sorry, there's a glare from the sun, but the people at that address, which I will not disclose obviously for safety and legal reasons, they were really kind enough to obviously tell me that my parcel had been delivered, and that I could go over and I could pick it up. So big huge thanks to them. Big huge thanks to Superplastic, and I genuinely feel like it's amazing that Murdoc turned up genuine when I said I were hit 100 subscribers. Is awesome, absolutely awesome. So yeah, I now have a Murdoc to display with my 2D, and obviously I get to display them with their respective cassette tapes, which I think is really cool. I'm still actually looking for a decent cassette player that I could play these with, because I genuinely want this to be another way of me listening to the album. Even though it's basically just like the album shuffled around, I know that. But I still think it's cool that they released it on cassette tapes. You don't usually see that for a lot of album stuff. Murdoc is so temperamental. He doesn't want to stand. He likes to stand in a specific way, you fucking temperamental old git. But yes, thank you so much for 100 subs, and let's keep it going. Genuinely, please, let's keep it going. I have a Patreon that's going to be linked in the description of this video and in a pinned comment in the comment section below. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. You don't get to hear me bitch and whine about a Murdoc statue anymore. Woohoo! But yeah, really great statue. Really would recommend it. And again, cannot thank Superplastic enough. Thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye.